Welcome back to this video, grade 12s. In this video, we're going to take a look at question 9 in this question paper. It gives us in the diagram below the equations of f of x and h of x. Now, f of x, because we have the square and the format of this equation, this is the equation of the parabola, and then h of x has got an x below the line, so that tells us that this is a hyperbola. And we have to make sure that we can recognize which graphs we are working with by looking at the equations so that we know all the other characteristics of the specific functions. Then it also tells us the equations of the axis of symmetry of h is given on the diagram. And then they tell us that D is the turning point. So we know that M and K are part of the turning point's coordinates of f and lies on both equations of the axis of symmetry of h. That means that D on the diagram is a point of interception for the axis of symmetry, and then it can be used to get the turning point. Then they tell us C is a point of interception between h and its equation for or its axis of symmetry. A and B are x-intercepts. We can see that's also the x-intercepts of the axis of symmetry, and the graph of f passes through the origin. So that means that there is a coordinate on our graph 0 and 0. Now, the first question they ask us to calculate the domain of h. So the domain of a hyperbola is x is an element of real numbers. X is just not equal to its asymptote. So we got to figure out what the asymptote is, and our asymptote would be over here where the axis of symmetry intercept. So if we can get that x value, then we can find the asymptote. So because it's a point of interception, it means that we can equate the two equations for the axis of symmetry together. So the first equation is negative x plus 2, and then the second equation is x plus 6 that we get from the top. So I'm going to bring all of my x's to the one side, and then all of the whole numbers to the other side, and then I'm just going to divide the 2 away, and then x is negative 2. So x is an element of real numbers. X is just not equal to its asymptote. That also means that we can just say at the top here, x is equal to negative 2. And that also means for D, the coordinate, we already have the x part of the coordinate. In this part of the question, it now asks us to calculate the values of A, M, and K. So A, M, and K are in the equations of the parabola. And for that, we need the turning point, which means we need the full coordinate of D. So we know that D is a point of interception between the two axes of symmetry, and it is the turning point of the parabola. So if we now want to get the y part of the D coordinate, we can just substitute the value of x into one of the equations of the axis of symmetry. So I choose the one with the negative gradient. That gave me 4. So that means the coordinate for D is negative 2 and 4. That then also means that my k value is equal to 4, and then that my m value has to be equal to negative 2. The last part that we need to now calculate is the value of A. So when we substitute these two values into our equation, we are going to get plus 2 and plus 4 at the back. We now need to sub something into the place of y and x. That means we need a coordinate. And if we go back to our diagram, we will see that the only coordinate that we have is 0 and 0, the origin. And they stated that the parabola does go through the origin, so we can substitute that into the places of x and y, and then we can solve for a. So I'm going to take the negative 4 over 2 squared gives me 4, so this is 4a. And then to get a alone, we will go and divide the 4 away on both sides. And then we just make sure this question just said determine the values. It did not ask for a final equation, so we can leave the question or the answers as it is like this. This question asks us to find the coordinates of a and b. Now the information told us that a and b are x-intercepts. So I'm going to start with a. A is the x-intercept of the positive equation for the axis of symmetry. So this is the positive equation. To get any x-intercept, I'm going to make y equal to 0. And then to get x alone, I'm going to bring the 6 over. So then we can say that a is -6 and 0. B is a point on the axis of symmetry with a negative gradient. So I'm going to take this equation. I'm again going to make y equal to 0, and then I'm going to get x alone. And that means that coordinate B is 2 and 0. And then the last question asks us to determine the area of triangle ABC. So we know the area formula for a triangle equals a half times the base times the perpendicular height. So let's go and look on our diagram. I'm going to highlight this in a different color. So triangle A, B, C. So we now already know that A is -6 and 0 and B is 2 and 0. So the base has got a distance of 8 units. I'm going to show you how to calculate that just now. And then we need the perpendicular height, which means we need the y value of coordinate C, because once we have the y value, we have the perpendicular height. So earlier in the information, they said P is a point of intersection of H and the equation of axis and the equation of the axis of symmetry. So if we can equate the axis of symmetry to H, then we should be able to find the correct x value. Okay, so we've got a few things to do here. The first one is the easy one. We can calculate the distance of AB. It is usually the x of the right coordinate minus the x of the left coordinate. So this becomes 2 minus -6, and that gives us 8 units. So for our formula, that means a half times 8, and now we just need the perpendicular height. So we said that we need the y value for coordinate C. To get that, we first need to calculate the point of intersection between the hyperbola and its axis of symmetry. So the equation for our hyperbola looks like this, because we can use coordinate D. Then the equation of the axis of symmetry is the positive line, so we equate it like this. I would simplify this a little bit before I get rid of the fraction, so this now becomes x plus 2. Okay. Then it's important to remember that you can cross multiply if you've got one fraction on the left and one fraction on the right. So this becomes twice the bracket and equal to 1. So I've cross multiplied like this and top and bottom like that. Then if I want to solve for x, I'm going to have to do the square root of 1 on the other side, and that leaves us with plus or minus 1. And then I'm going to have two separate answers. So I'm going to have x plus 2 equals 1 or x plus 2 equals -1. If I take the 2 over, it will subtract, so I've got -1. And then if I take the 2 over for this equation, I'm going to get -3. So now that we have the x values, we now need to go and check which one C would be. So if we look at the diagram, we've got more than one point of intersection between the axis of symmetry and the hyperbola. So C would definitely be the -1, and this other point of intersection would be the -3 value for x. So we now need the y value. To get the y value, I'm just going to do it to the side here. I'm going to take any of the two equations. The easiest one is the axis of symmetry. I'm going to sub in the -1 into the place of x, and then I'm going to get the y value for coordinate C. So that means that C is -1 and 5, and then that 5 is the perpendicular height of this triangle. So now if we multiply this out, we will get 20 units squared. And there we go, another question done.